Is it working? Is it working? Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Oh my god. Okay, I've never done this like this before. Okay, yay. It's all working? It's all good? Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. I think my camera's flipped, which I don't love, but that's okay. Okay, thank you everyone. First of all, before we say anything else, massive, massive thank you and shout out to Melty, Michelle. Um, she had scheduled, oh, there she is there. I just see Michelle there. Thank you so much. So Michelle had actually scheduled her live today at the same time I was scheduled to go live. And I let her know, and she switched her live earlier to so that everyone could be here, so we could all support each other. So huge, huge, huge thank you to Michelle Meltdown for doing that for me. If I knew how to share your link, I would do that. So if anybody knows how to do that, just let me know. But yeah, I so appreciated that, Michelle, and thank you all for jumping over here as well. Michelle is a class act, that is for sure. So I definitely appreciate you doing that for me today. I don't normally go live, so it's trying to find the right time is quite fascinating. I'm looking at the comments down on the side here to see what's going on. So yeah, this is actually my 1 year anniversary is Thursday, the 1st. I'll be on the road. So that's why I decided to just do it a couple days early just to celebrate a year of YouTube. It's kind of crazy to think that it was a year ago. I thought, you know what? I think I'll have a YouTube channel. And so I did it. And I just started, I was reading tarot for clients all over the world, which I still do. And I just thought, well, why not have some fun on YouTube as well, just as another way of, being out there in the world. So that's how that came to be. So I just want to say hi to Bella, Slime, Suzanne, Recollections, Dilly, Gertie, MW. Oh my gosh, everybody's here. I don't even know how many people are here right now. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, 14 watching. Woohoo. So thank you to everyone for jumping on. This is my very first time using StreamYard, so I will learn how to use it better so I can share your links as well. So yeah, that is what's going on. So last night, and in the meantime, if you have questions about anything tarot related, spiritual related, anything else, just drop them in the chat and hopefully I'll spot them. Just do them in capital letters so I'll actually see them. So last night I posted my video. It was a premiere for my video all about grief grifting. And the response was really, really interesting. I had one of the bullies in the chat even before the video streamed, before it even went live. So they hadn't even seen or heard anything that I had to say about grief grifting, but they decided it was about another YouTuber and that I'm bullying another YouTuber by talking about it. And what I found so interesting is through all of that, we're also embroiled in this weird situation that's playing out on YouTube right now in some communities, not all communities. But not one person said Harry Windsor, Wales, Mountbatten, Spencer, whatever the heck his last name is, Sussex, is the biggest grief grifter in the world. He trots his dead mother's face out anytime he can. So I did think it was quite interesting that nobody pointed to anything outside of YouTube. But I do think that if the person who came on my channel, we all know who it is. The question, how will it end? Lord Jim Dandy asked here, let me just see if does this work? There we go. Oh, I learned something new. How will it end? That's a really interesting question. I think that there needs to be at least one arrest or charge or civil suit or something. There's a legal element to it. And I think that it will end when it's people aren't making money at it anymore. Really, I think that's about the way when people no longer get the clicks, then probably what they'll do is reinvent themselves as something else and then go ahead and start a new channel and see if they can monetize that. That's how I think it's going to end. Um and so Sisu said, okay, this is great. Good. We'll get into the chat here. Oh dear. We've lost Sisu. Oh my goodness. Oh, oh, I've rage cried. Yeah, I've rage cried. Okay, I've lost the comment, but that the US government is going to go after the Sussexes. And yeah, I think if there's immigration issues and tax issues, yeah. The IRS apparently they will spend $1 million to get $10 out of you from what I've heard. So I think that they are um uh just I don't know. These things take years though. So it could go on forever and ever and ever with the Sussexes. And then if they leave America to go back to the UK, which I don't think is going to happen, who knows? Who knows? But to answer the question, when is it going to end? I think that it will, this whole ugly situation that's playing out will end when people stop engaging with it and stop clicking and watching and getting the watch hours and the ad money and everything. That's when it will end, when it's no longer profitable. So Dilly says, we've been hearing about the IRS for years and nothing ever comes from it. Yeah, I think that what probably we've got to look at like the lockdown years. I don't know how bad it was in some places, but I know it was really bad in Canada. We were locked down for close to 2 years where I live. And so there's probably a delay in everything from that. Are Netflix interested? Well, I think they've got a contract, don't they? Like they have a contract for all these different projects with them. So if Netflix has paid them money and there we go, and they're making money, then they're going to keep going with that. Like the thing is it's like when you look at other channels that are not pleasant people, they're making a lot of money at not being pleasant people. So you don't have to be loved to be successful, really. So yeah. And oh, did Geezer pop in? Hey, Geezer. Oh, there we go. Sorry, you know what? I should use my external mouse. That might be easier. Hey, Geezer, hope you're having a good day. And who else is Munchie's here? Kaz is here. Kaz did great on the live yesterday. It was yesterday, right? It's all a blur. Trump, Denise is saying she wishes that Trump had looked into the charities. Yeah, he's probably like it's of his top 20 things that he wanted to achieve. I'm sure that's not even close to being on the list, but certainly it it's probably there. They're probably having a look at it. Yeah, for sure. Lola, everybody say hi to my friend Lola. She lives not too far from me, just a few hours away from me. So that's kind of fun that we actually live in the same place. And we talk about the same weather and everything else. We're in the same time zone. Veranda, hello. Thanks for hopping in. Foxy, my sweet Foxy. Oh, I'm so happy to see you here. Thank you. Chocolate Frenzy, thank you so much. I don't know. Did I see Chocolate Frenzy in another one yesterday? I can't remember. Sparkles here. So yeah, a year on YouTube has been an interesting journey. I've learned a lot about technology. And of course, now I'm learning about StreamYard. And I've got to meet so many really interesting, cool people. Like everybody jumping into the chat here with me today. I'm blown away. Like, thank you all so much for that. Thank you. And I just so appreciate everybody's support, every like, every comment, every click. I so appreciate it. Just I'm not monetized, so it's just for glory at this point now. So I just so appreciate it because I really get nothing out of YouTube except just being able to connect with people and talk to people and share my gifts. Lord Jim Dandy, will you marry me? I'm already married, so you're gonna have to talk to my husband about that, and he's a big man, and he's very protective and jealous. So, don't yeah, yeah, but if I was single, I'm sure I would Lord Jim Dandy, I would. Absolutely. And recollections, I know that as you were was trying to just, say something to you in the other chat, and then we were all bouncing around, so, yeah, that, I read the message in the other chat, but she can say it to you, um, outside, and just in the chat here, so there we go, there we go. I have varied interests outside of Megxit. Here we go. Varied interests outside of Megxit. Yeah, like, Megxit can't be everything, it can't be our whole lives. Cannot be our whole lives. And, Recollections dog has had a little incident. I don't know what happened, though. I just know that I have a dog, and I'd be out of my mind if anything happened to him, so I hope Puppy is okay. I hope he's good. Oh, and Aspie's here. Oh, where did we go? Oh, we lost her. Okay. This chat's moving fast, people. You're chatterboxes, and I love it. I love it. There we go. There we go. Oh my gosh. Everybody's in the chat. Okay. So, just to speak about what happened last night. So Bully came in, tried to cause trouble, and accused me of bullying another YouTuber with my grief grifting video. And everybody who heard it knows no one was mentioned in that video. I didn't say a single name, and I didn't say it was connected to anybody on YouTube, anything like that. It was just a conversation because something that struck me is that we're always seeing Harry and Meghan going out in the world to grief grift and tragedy grift. And also, too, didn't he just recently go do a landmine thing to cosplay his dead mom and her landmine thing? So there we go. It was quite fascinating. But this person who came on accusing me of bullying another YouTuber with this video has done that before. Suggested that other videos I've posted are about this other YouTuber. And yeah, I don't talk about them at all. If people see themselves in something that I say or talk about, that is their guilty conscience and their shame coming to the surface. Yeah, Raven just said, where did we go here? There. Oh dear. There we go. Guilty consciences. Yes, exactly. So somebody is having secondhand guilt for another YouTuber who I've never suggested is grief grifting, which is kind of funny, right? So everybody can make their own connections and see what they see. I don't need to say names. You can all figure out who's doing what. I'm just putting that information out there so that when you see it, you'll be like, oh, Avril talked about this. I see what she's talking about. So there we go. It was quite interesting. I'm sure they're all watching now. And if you're screen recording this to use on another channel later, lame. First of all, lame. But second of all, don't worry. This live will be on my channel later. So you don't need to, you can just focus on the conversation. You don't need to worry about screen recording. Okay? Okay, gonna help you out there. All the haters and all the bullies and all the trolls can they can just wait till this is like on my channel as a regular video. So there you go. Knock yourselves out. Great. I do know the bully was as recollections had said, yeah, that I got a shout out on her channel. And but you know what's interesting is that didn't bring a huge amount of traffic to my channel to check out what the bully was talking about, which I think is quite interesting. That she didn't actually get a lot of people over here to come and bully me as well. So that's kind of cute. Very cute. Very cute. So yeah, it's definitely an interesting situation. I don't consider myself part of the Megxit community. I'm just kind of like in the mix of everything because I do talk about all kinds of different things. So yeah, it's interesting to be getting people from all over the place. You're a grumpy sapper. Tell us more about this sexy hotel, Grumpy. I think we need to know more about this. I think did you say you're on a course? I don't know. I don't know. Let the haters hate. Yeah, let the haters hate. I mean, listen, if you want to drive traffic to my channel, please do. I'm really close to actually being monetized. So if all your hate gets me monetized, yay me. Yay me. Are we talking about Keith Richards here? I don't know. I don't know. Grumpy Wumpy. Grumpy Wumpy. Yeah, and don't forget, I won't be there this Saturday because I'm away, but on Saturday evening, Grumpy has his music quiz. And I would drop the link, but I don't know how. So what I'll do is I'll put it in my community posts. Um and I'll to share the link to his Saturday night music quiz. Unfortunately, I won't be there. I'll be away, but I'll be in the chat on the next one for sure. For sure. Absolutely. So, Foxy said, I did want to ask, sorry if his back would have ever wrestled. No, but he did play rugby and still plays rugby. He plays on an old man rugby team right now. They all have gray hair. Yeah, but so my husband is a big man. I'm a tiny little pixie, and I know like doctors are always like, "Why do these little girls marry these big men?" And it's like because somebody has to reach the things. I can't reach anything, so I needed a tall man to help reach things down for me. So my husband, obviously, at his size, he's a prop in rugby. If anybody plays rugby, you'll know what I'm talking about. Just a brick wall really is what he is. I've seen guys on the field run into him and just bounce off of him, and my husband's like, "Ooh, what's going on?" you know. So yeah, it's he's a big man. What did he say? Grumpy said, "Fifth and Grace, can you say that my midweeks will be Thursday?" Okay. So normally Grumpy Sapper goes live on Wednesday afternoons as well, to show all of his songs and hang out and chat and everything. So if you're planning to be there on his Wednesday live, don't do that. This week it's going to be on Thursday. So not tomorrow, but in 2 days' time. So there we go. Does he have a brother? My, my husband does have a brother. He had 2 brothers. One was killed in a car crash many, many years ago, like 35 years ago, and, his oldest brother lives far away. I see him actually, I didn't even see him the last time he was here. He's married to a woman, like, 15 years older than him, so, yeah. Oh, you can figure that one yourself. So, no, he's not available at this time. At this time, no. Absolutely not. Let me see here. Oh, so Foxy's saying, "Yeah, see, you can only reach certain things without having to get a chair." Absolutely. Absolutely. Gertie Rude is in the house. Is everybody following Gertie? She's the bomb. I love Gertie. Yeah, she cracks me up every time. And this is, something I just want to say about Gertie is to be that funny, you have to be really, really intelligent. And I've had conversations in chitty chats with Gertie, and she's so smart. So, so smart. She knows a lot of stuff. I knew that Gertie was very intelligent because when I and educated because I talked about something so random. I mentioned teal swan in a comment and she knew exactly what I was talking about. So yeah, there we go. Somebody just asked if I have a sister. No, I'm an only child. I'm an only of an only of an only. So I don't have aunts and uncles, cousins. I do have an uncle in Scotland, but I don't have any real family here or anything. It's just me. And then asking for a friend. Oh, Jim, if I had a sister, I'd send her your way. So anyway, yeah, go give Gertie some love. And I'm hoping that she has a video this week. Yeah, Maria. See, Maria's saying Gertie is a smart cookie. Yes. You cannot be that funny and not be smart. Yes, and Gertie has great comedic timing. Absolutely. And so educated. This is a woman who's researched a lot and read a lot. So yeah, Gertie, you're the bomb. You're the bomb. Somebody's asking Michelle or Denise. Candor's mom is asking if Michelle's going live again today. So, Michelle, if you are, drop that, please, so that we can send everybody over there. Um, yeah, Gertie. Gertie is a shining star. Yeah, she's probably hating the attention right now, but that's okay. We're gonna give it anyway. Yeah, Gertie is very articulated. I'm so blessed that we get to know Gertie. Like, I just, yeah, magic, pure magic there. Um, Babsy babe, all good, all good. You made it. Thank you. Yeah. There we go. Drop the bombs, Gert. Drop the bombs. Yeah. Yeah. What are we saying here, Michelle? Oh, not sure the exact time. Okay. So I'll keep an eye out for Michelle posting her live schedule, and then I'll pop it into my posts as well. So everybody, just in case everybody's misses anything, it's going to be shared all over the place. Um, Slime is saying, I'd love to interview Sir Beaver. That would be fun. That would be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. So Sparkles is asking, will a certain person go to jail? Um, you know what? I'll read on that. I'll read on that later. I'll try to get one a video a tarot reading done before I leave in a few days and see. It's like it's a weird situation because the police in some places just aren't that great at doing their jobs. So, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to answer that question right now. I'm going to read on it because I don't have enough information, but it's hard. Like, should somebody go to jail? Yeah, I'm sure somebody should. Maybe more than one person. But as far as whether they will or not, I don't know. It's hard. It's all depends on the police. If they will charge somebody and actually get it in front of a judge, then that will, but I'll do a reading. I'll make a note to do a reading on that, maybe tonight or tomorrow, and post it so that you've got something to watch later this week. Yeah. Who's it? Well, yeah. Yeah. So there's somebody saying the card said no, but like that's the thing is what could be worse than jail for some people, right? Like that's the thing is it's when I think that when people are asking, is somebody going to jail? What they really want to know is somebody going to get punished for their dastardly deeds? And they might, but it might not be through a legal recourse kind of thing. It could actually be something more important to them, like as you were said, their reputation. So that could be what happens. Yeah, I didn't living with your demons. Yeah. Living with your demon. Yeah. Like sometimes, I when I was very young, like in my teens, I read Crime and Punishment by Dostoevsky because I'm that nerd. And really what that is about is the punishment is actually the internal punishment, the guilt, the shame, the internal destruction. So that's definitely something I think we're starting to see in certain areas right now. So, yeah. Okay, and as you were said, I'm not seeing October being a good month for him at all. Interesting. All right, I'm gonna read on it. I'm gonna read on it before I leave. I'm gonna be on the road for a couple days, so I'll do that before I leave to make sure that we have something. Something. Yeah. Okay, Barbie, all good. Thanks for popping in. Nola, yay. Nola, who was? Who was on last night? You know what? I'm so conscious of touching my hair in videos now. Ever since people started talking about that, I'm like, I better not touch my hair at all, at all. Um, Here we are. Oh, sorry. There we are. Um, yeah. Ron, let's talk about Ron. I in Michelle's chat earlier, I said that Ron is at, like, the top of the list of YouTube hotties right now. Um, yeah, he's a good-looking guy. He's also such an alpha, and I love that. I love that chaotic alpha energy that he has because he doesn't care. He's just taking it on. He's like, "I don't even know who these people are," you know? And I said on Michelle's chat that, my favorite part of his live on Sunday where he did some stuff, he was fangirling so big over Foxy's voice and accent and diction and his elocution, and he even said his mom would call him afterwards and say, "That young man speaks so beautifully." Yes, yes, Foxy's 1940s BBC presenter voice is everything. Like, and I'll be honest, the first time I saw Foxy, I thought this is a bit. I thought he was just putting it on just for one video, and then I realized, no, this is Foxy, and I love that. I love it, love it, love it. Yeah, I miss alpha men. They are so yeah. Yeah, the top dog energy is it's yeah, this is like an international feminization of men so that the women are easier to attack. It's I have a lot to say on that. On that. Oh, and where's Kaz? Yes. So Ron kept having to stop and he's like, listen to this guy speak. It was awesome. It was awesome. Like he could barely get through listening to Foxy because he was just so excited to listen to Foxy speak because Foxy does speak beautifully. Beautifully. I wish I could have that kind of voice. Like it just sort of reminds me of those old school movie stars and people like that. Where are we here? Is Ron angry? Ron is Project Rook. Project ROOQ. That's his channel. Yeah. Oh, Foxy's going live. That's who's going live today. What time, Foxy? What time? Oh, yeah, Ron fangirled big over Foxy, but there's a true alpha, right? He's not threatened. He's celebrating another man doing really well and in such admiration. And I was like, there's your alpha right there. There it is. That's how you know. Because he's not threatened at all by anyone. Ron is yeah, if you found Ron in a dark alley, you want to make sure you're on the right side of things. Absolutely. Absolutely. Um oh, where we are. Foxy's saying I can certainly visibly see the yeah. Yeah, Ron's a true hero right now. He's the top dog of YouTube at the moment. And Slime, lovely, classy gentleman as well. What he did yesterday was so cool. So I don't know who was here for it, but Flopsy was live and then Slime went live at the same time. And so there was some overlap and everyone was bouncing back and forth. And Slime actually shut down his live to go onto Flopsy's live so that we could all just be on one channel. And then when Flopsy was done, she sent everybody over to Slime's channel and we all watched him. And then Slime sent everybody over to my channel. So we just channel hopped all day and it was awesome. And it was such a great example of supportive community that everybody was supporting each other and making sure that everybody was getting to go live and get the attention and the watch hours and everything that we all were hoping to get. So yeah, Ron in a kilt. Kilts just don't do it for me anymore because I see like my husband wears a kilt, my son wears a kilt, all the men in my family wear a kilt. I'm at Highland Games every weekend almost, and I see kilts all the time. So they just don't do it for me anymore, except my husband. See him in a kilt, and I'm like, yeah, that's my man. That's my man. Yeah, that's why all this malevolent behavior is appalling. There's room for everyone. Yeah, if everybody just did their own thing and didn't worry about anybody else on YouTube, like, yeah, talk about celebrities, of course, but if everybody just did their own thing, then we wouldn't have all this backbiting and fighting and everything else. But I think, and I've said this before on tarot videos about this situation, when that's your livelihood, when that's how you pay your bills, you have to keep it going. And it was the same with the grief grifting video last night, that we have to keep it going. You like, if that's how you're making money, the grift has to keep going. And it's hard sometimes for people to switch gears and do something else that will be profitable. So yeah, it would just be nice if everybody could run their channels just talking about all the celebrity gossip and everything. Where are we here? Yeah, so Munchie's saying that her son wears a kilt. Yeah, that's just smart thinking, really, because we always think of men as predators, but you should see some women around men with kilts, and it's not cute. It is not cute at all. It is sexual assault, just the same as if a guy did something similar. So, all the boys in my son's band, they all wear their underwears. They all wear their underwears under the kilts, and yeah. So, what kilt does my husband wear? So my family wears the ancient McEwen tartan, and everybody does. I have a sash in that tartan, and then my son has a kilt in that tartan. He has a whole other kilt in the McAlpine tartan, and he has a brand new kilt in another tartan. So he's got all kinds of kilts to wear. So yeah. Sparkle's saying fighting over a few thousand subs. There's channels with millions of subs, right? Like, this is the thing, is people, like, let's not get too big for our britches, okay? Like, there are people with, like, Mr. Beast, and I often talk about this guy he lives in British Columbia, which is the west coast of Canada, and his channel has close to 500,000 subscribers, if he hasn't surpassed that, and he talks about Canadian politics. Way more interesting than most topics going on in the rest of YouTube. So, yeah, it's quite interesting that what is getting the subs. And I follow quite a few Canadian political broadcasters, who are, independent in their basement with a mic and a camera, and they're doing their thing, and they have way more subs than anybody else I know here. Yeah, my son plays in a couple bands. He plays bagpipes, that's no secret. So he plays in a couple pipe bands. So yeah, there we go. He learns a lot of music, a lot of performances. He does funerals, weddings, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, he plays in a police band. So just gonna drop that there. Just gonna drop that there. That the police would not find much of this very cute. What? He popped. Oh, were you sitting down and that's kinda gross. That's kinda icky. Mm. Because the kilt is quite sacred. It's, it is not something to be trifled with. If you are really Scottish, like we are, my family, my husband's family, we're like ancient Scottish, and, I traced mine back, I don't know, to the middle of the 1600s before I got bored with genealogy, but I had traced my line back that far. Mull of Kintyre, what a great song, eh? Love it. Oh, mist rolling in from the sea, my desire. Absolutely. Absolutely. So Grumpy can play with a bag of pipes. Yeah. So you're a plumber. You're a plumber. Yeah. And Lottie's made a good point. Creators don't have any subs to fight over if like, right? Like, people are getting bored with it. I think people are really starting to catch on, and people are getting bored with the infighting and the drama. I totally understand there's people who are like, "Hey, I need to make a video to speak to this horrible thing that people have said about me." I get that. But it's just like keeps getting amplified and increased and just keeps going. Yeah, it's just so. Did Ding Dong pop in? Hey, Ding Dong. I don't know if Ding Dong just popped in. Ding Dong's pretty awesome too. Oh, Jim. Oh, Lord Jim Dandy, full of wind. Yes, sometimes I do say that my son's bagpipes will fart. So there we go. Yeah. Let's see. So Slime is saying, glad the real me is finally showing through. It's not been easy, but I wouldn't change a thing about anything that led to this point in time. Well, Slime, I think you're doing great. I think you're doing great. I remember when I first saw you in the chats and I was like, I don't know about this. I don't know. But as I've like watched you and kind of gotten to know you, I'm like, oh my gosh, this guy is so lovely. So lovely. And you were such a classy team player yesterday. And I so appreciate that for everybody. And ding dong. There we are. Ding dong. You lived in Scotland for a few years. Whereabouts? Whereabouts? When I go to Scotland, I usually go to Stirling or Stirling, as we would say in Scotland. Um, but I've been all over the place. I want to get to the islands one day, though. Maybe on my next trip, get out to the islands on the west coast and see what's going on over there. Visit some villages and castles and things like that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's really it's like really interesting that like small channels get called shizzy little channels and then they jump in and start promoting them. I don't know. I just it's all very confusing. Very, very confusing. But I mean, I think we see who's next on the hit list. There is a list, I'm sure, somewhere. And I've got some people in my sights that I'm like, I think you're next. You're on the list. You're making your way to the top of the list. So yeah. Oh, Maria's saying she lived on the West Coast Isles for 6 years. Oh, very nice. Which isle? Which island did you live on? There's a few of them out there. So it's and but I think I could never live out on the islands because there's no landscape. Like it's just bleak. It's just kind of bleak. There's no trees. And I live in Canada, so I'm used to being surrounded by trees all the time. So I don't really like being places where there aren't trees just because I'm just used to it. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. So Screwed and Slime, I think is the same, right? Or are these two separate, two totally different people? Um, what are we talking about? Oh, Slime reminds me of a and don't feed him after midnight. Don't feed him after midnight. No, no, no. No, no, no. Mhm. There we are. Aaron and Cumber. Oh, is there lots of trees out there? I know up north there's not. So yeah, like it's a depressing, bleak life. So if you're really good at being a homebody, I think the islands are probably quite nice. Like the Scottish islands, not the Caribbean islands. Um, but yeah, Erin is one of the places on my list to go to, definitely. And I think you can just take a ferry across, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Nana C said one had to apologize to Michelle for believing what was said. Oh, yeah. See, this is really, really important because if you just listen to one person talk about somebody else and then you believe that, you need to go find out for yourself. You need to see for yourself. And it's okay to like two people who don't like each other. That's okay. It's okay. It's all right. Like there's no anybody who's telling you, "Oh, you can't talk to this person because you're my friend." No, I don't play that game. I don't like that. Um I just think it's icky. Like I'm like and I don't know why people go to war for people like that. I don't understand it because I just think you're not getting nothing out of this and these people will ditch you so fast. So yeah, it's good that that you recognize that, there's people who will say all kinds of shizzy things about somebody, but unless you actually know the person yourself, you really shouldn't be participating in that. And that's all I have to say about that. Yeah. Well, over here, certain content creators try to scare everyone so they wouldn't check out channels like Michelle and Slime. Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it. And there's times when somebody's like, "Oh, this person's awful." Well, you better believe I'm heading straight over to that person to see what they're talking about. And usually I'm very pleasantly surprised and I enjoy what I see. So, yeah. Denise is saying, happy to see things turning the corner. Yeah, I think that Ron is going to be the catalyst for a lot of things happening. So let's protect him at all costs. Okay. Let's protect him at all costs. Michelle is real listening. Yeah. Michelle, I heard all kinds of things and then I went and listened to Michelle and I was like, this is not the person that everyone's describing. And so, yeah, I love her. She's a sassy girl and a good friend. Like you know, you can tell that she's the kind of person she's a true ride or die. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, Candor's you know what? Anytime I've listened to Candor, I have to just put it on double speed because yeah, I can't listen to slow people at all. See, I'm in Ontario and people in Ontario tend to talk really fast. So I'm used to listening to fast people talking. So yeah. Yeah. So yeah, Melty. Oh, hang on, I lost Melty's comment. Yeah, you do that too because you're the same. You're like, no, I want to see for myself and make my own decisions about who I listen to and who I chat with. So yeah, I keep hearing, I keep hearing that. Sorry, we're just gossiping about Michelle while she's sitting right here watching us. But yeah, I keep hearing that, and I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Well, Michelle, I love that you're brash and you're sassy and you're outspoken. I love it because I know that deep down, because I've taken the time to get to know you and listen to you, that you've got the goodest heart. You have a lovely, lovely heart. And you, like I said, you're a true ride or die. So there's a whole, what did Foxy say? There's a lot of unraveling on the whole to share. Yeah. Like we could be live for the next 3 weeks and probably still not get everything on the table. So there, Sparkles is saying, see, we appreciate you, Michelle. We appreciate you. Gossip away. Well, you want to hear what I heard about Michelle? Yeah. Yeah. See, that's the thing. I kept hearing about this Melty and I was like, or what was it? What did Seashell let down? That was pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Well, babe, I appreciate you so much. I love every time I see you, I'm like, oh, gotta get in there, gotta chat with my girl Michelle. Yeah. Where are we here? Oh. Sounds like a proposal. That sounds like a proposal. Is there one neat situation happening here? Who do I think will be the next to jump ship and onto this side? Um, Denise G. Once she's recovered, I hope she's the next one. And I really don't love that there's sides in all of this. Like it doesn't have to be one or the other. It's but she took a beating and I heard that she's back, but I haven't seen her anywhere. I hope she comes back. I hope she because I think we were really nice to her and just were like, you know, hey, just so you know, you don't necessarily have the whole story. And then she went and immediately went on to another live and got the shiz beaten out of her, which wasn't cute at all. My heart broke for her. And I everybody who's on Michelle's channel will know how many times we've asked, does anybody know where she is? Has anybody spoken to her? Um, she because she hadn't come back. And so we were really, really concerned because it was just awful how she was treated. And Serena as well, that she was, yeah, she just got ripped to shreds. Absolutely. So I did speak to her after that and just said like I hope you're okay and she was like I'll live. I'll live. So yeah, so Denise is saying yeah. So at least I appreciated that you posted, "Hey, we've got contact." So at least we know she's still around. So hopefully she feels safe to come on to any one of our channels while we're live and just chime in because I think we'll all support her. We saw what happened. So, yeah. Yeah. Yes, I saw Serena in there the other night. I did see her comment. I think I only saw one comment from her, so I was like, "Okay, she's okay." And she has my email. She knows how to reach me if she wants to talk. Um, who's this? Ria, the mod still on the missing list. I don't know who that is. Don't know who that is. Oh, there is a Denise G. Denise was standing up for another YouTuber, and we were kind of like, "Mm," and then she went over to another channel on the live and got ripped to shreds, like, just verbally assaulted. It was awful. It was awful. It was gross to watch. It was painful. Yeah. Aw. Aw. Slimy. Thank you. Thank you. That's so sweet. Thank you. You're a class act, Slimy. Kaz is saying, "I hope Denise." Yeah, she would be. We would wrap our arms around her and let her know that she's good here. Like nobody's gonna ever speak to her that way here in any of our channels. I know so many people here, and I would can't even imagine any one of you speaking to anybody that way. So, yeah, yeah. Oh, Julie's saying, oh, yeah. She I think Kaz has figured it all out. I think Kaz, but you know what's really wonderful about Kaz? We're just gonna gossip about everybody. But like she gives everybody a chance. She gives everyone a fair chance. And she's not gonna be swayed by anyone, and that's a great quality. Avid did a video saying Michelle and Chatmate. Yeah, she wasn't crying on Michelle's live. That's for sure. Yeah. Yeah, she does seem like a lovely, lovely person. It is if this is the same Denise G that we're talking about, she did seem so lovely and she cares so much. I just felt like she maybe didn't have the whole story, and so she got herself entangled in something. So, yeah. Yeah. Just going through the comments. Foxy, what time is your live? Please let me know so that, because you're going live with your mom, right? Is that today? I think it's today. Yeah. Yeah. Julianne, no kidding, right? Yeah. Yeah. So, all right, I'm going to pull a card. We're going to pull a community card, okay? So, this is a card for the collective. I do have my working deck right here. Checking. Okay, so Foxy's going live in about an hour. So 8:15 his time, I believe, is 3:15 Toronto time, and the rest of you can figure that out from there. I can't do time zones more than my own and the UK because they're the only ones that I kind of work with. So head over. Where did Foxy's comment go? There we go. Yeah. So that's 8:15 UK time. So when we're done here, have a little break, go potties, get a snack, rehydrate, and we'll head over to Foxy's and see what he's got going on. And we'll do into small charities. No, okay. You know what, Nana? That's two different people. But yes, two different people though. Denise and Serena. And yeah, but it's two different people. Absolutely. Card for the collective. We all have some choices to make. We have some choices about how we're going to spend our money, how we're going to make our money, and how we are going to exist in the world, our physical presence in the world. We all have some choices to make about what we're going to do and where we're going to be and physically be and spend our time and all the good stuff in life. Let's pull another one. Mm. Well, this is our happy ending card. Something is going to come to completion. I don't have my I forgot to put my timing notes next to me here, so we're not gonna do timings today, but this one is, that an emotional journey is going to come to completion. So, some names are popping into my head, but I'm not going to say them right now. I'm not gonna say them right now, but an emotional journey's coming to an end. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna message the person that's coming into me right now, and let them know that this card was actually for them. And we'll pull another one. The Queen of Cups. We just have to be patient. I know this is a very big emotional journey for a lot of us. And a lot of us are really being put through the ringer emotionally. And this really is just a reminder that patience is key. And don't tangle yourself up in other people's BS. Don't get involved in their emotions and their experiences because they're not yours. They're not like just I'll just use last night as an example. The bully is claiming an entire video as being about someone else and it wasn't at all. So that's what I'm saying. She was all in her emotions about it. So this is a reminder to just be patient with the situation and don't let your emotions get out of control over it because being emotional will solve nothing. And I'm not, of course we have our emotions and we all have our feelings about everything, but we don't want to let our emotions drive the bus. Feelings are not facts. Okay, my friends, and we'll do one more. The lovers, the lovers. We're going to see a lot more collaborations over the next little while. The lovers isn't necessarily always about like, oh, I'm going to find a boyfriend and have lots of juicy sex. What it is about partnerships, collaborations, people coming together, people uniting, and it's a really, really good positive card. So I think that what we'll see through a lot of stuff that unfolds over the next 6 months is that people are really coming together and supporting each other, as we're already seeing here. And we're seeing in other channels as well. People are coming together just with love and kindness to support each other. And Elizabeth says, I've given up on juicy sex. Well, well then do a collaboration then instead, okay? But it's definitely there's some stuff coming up over the next little while that we'll see, just kind of like what we were talking about here, for example, about how we were being told something about a YouTuber and then we go watch that YouTuber and they are completely not what we're told they were. And so it's that kind of thing that we're going to start to see people coming together who we might never have seen come together before, become friends, become friendly, support each other, collaborate, things like that. So there we go. That's our reading for the collective today. And oh, yeah, everybody's talking about the bully. Yeah, everybody's talking about the bully. Yeah, I think that this is really bringing people together. And that's the silver lining of all the ugliness that we're seeing is that people are coming together to support each other. Like there's people that I've reached out to just to be like, "Are you okay after that?" Just because we're all kind, caring people here. So we want to make sure that the people around us stay and are okay and are safe and are not being attacked. So I think that we're going to see a lot more of that coming up. And I'm a big believer that when you rise, you reach a hand back and you pull the next person with you. And then that person reaches back and they pull the next person. So if everybody's just pulling each other up, then none of us is pulling each other down. And that is my TED Talk for today. We need more kind love and kindness. Yeah. Which is why I love our community. Everybody is just so nice to each other. We're all so lovely and we're a all for one and one for all kind of group. And yeah, I think that's really great. So if you're in this community, if you're in my community, Michelle's community, recollections, everybody, we all tend to overlap everywhere. And yeah, just keep showing up and contributing love. Like that's all it is. All it is. Yeah, okay, hang on. Oh, there we go. So Serena has it's a veterans charity, isn't it? Of all things, of all things, she has a veterans charity, I believe, because her grandfather was a veteran or is maybe a veteran. I don't know if he's still alive or not, but I think it was a veterans charity that of all the kinds of charities, be a veterans charity. Um, okay, let's talk about HG for just a moment. I don't want to keep anybody any longer than 2:30. Um, does anybody feel there's like a strange shift in his channel? Like I said the other day that I think that somebody else is HG now. That somebody else has taken over that channel. I could be totally wrong. It just feels like something's changed there. I haven't watched him in a long, long time, and then all of a sudden watched him again, and I was like, "Why is he getting tangled up in all of this mess?" You know? What? Wait, what? Ding dong! Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. You're so generous. I can't even believe that. I was just all of a sudden saw this pop up. Thank you so much. Ding dong bells. You're awesome. You're great. You're so great. Thank you so much. And Jim as well. Thank you so much. Who else do we have here? Yeah, thank you so much. That was so lovely. Oh my gosh. I don't even hang on, let me look at starred. Yeah, okay, so there's 2 there. Perfect. Thank you so much, everybody. This has just been a lot of fun. Thank you for indulging me while I learn how to do StreamYard because I have no idea. So my goal is that for the next time I go live, I've learned something else that we can add to it, like say how to drop your links because I don't know how to do that. So yeah. Oh my gosh. What a great. Thank you so much, everybody. I have loved this. And yeah, HD kind of bored me too. Yeah. Yeah. See, yeah, kind of gross. Kind of gross. But I just want to thank everybody for jumping in here. Thank you, Geezer. Thank you so much. And joining me here to celebrate. I thought the best thing I could do for my 1 year anniversary is go live and learn how to do this so that going forward, I can do lots of lives and do readings for people and live chat and catch up on all the gossip and everything else. So thank you. I do have so many topics to talk about, so expect some more lives. It's a crazy busy summer, but probably once September comes, then I'm going to actually do a scheduled live the way everybody else does, and I'm not just flopping around everywhere trying to fit myself in. But yeah, that's just the way I thought I would be the best way to celebrate a year on YouTube. So thank you so much, everybody. All the regulars, all the new people who jumped in, all the new subscribers. A whole bunch of people subscribed from that video last night. And I don't know if they like rage subscribed or what, but yeah, it was pretty awesome. So it is now almost 2:30. In 45 minutes, Foxy is going live. So everybody please head over to his channel now. I'm sorry, I don't know how to drop his link, but here's his channel name so that you can find his channel easily if you're not already subscribed to him. Foxy is lovely. He's one of my favorites. Absolutely. Even my husband watches Foxy. So yeah, and thinks he's just lovely. So Kaz, thank you so much. Tit for Tatters, thank you. Everybody who's joined in, I appreciate you. I love you so much. And come September, I'll do more lives. I want to do a weekly live for everybody doing cards and stuff like that. So thank you. Thank you for making this so successful for me because without you, this wouldn't have happened. So thank you all. Slime, Julie, Barbie, Ding Dong, family, everyone. Foxy, everybody, Jim, Grumpy popped in. I don't know if Grumpy's still here. All the regulars. If I didn't mention you, please don't be offended. I love you all. And we'll see you over on Foxy's channel in a little bit. Go hydrate. Go hydrate. Okay. Love you. Bye.